You are making more money right now than you were 3 years ago. But somehow, you feel broker than ever. Take a second and really think about that. 3 years ago, you looked at your current salary and thought, if I just made that much, all my money problems would vanish. You thought you would finally be able to save. You would finally be able to invest. You would finally be able to breathe. And yet, here you are, making the exact amount of money you used to dream about. And you are still waiting for the next paycheck to clear before you pay off the credit card. What happened? Most people will blame inflation. And sure, inflation is real. It hurts. Groceries cost more, gas costs more. But inflation is only a convenient excuse. It is the half of the story you cannot control. The other half, the silent, invisible thief that is actually draining your bank account, is lifestyle creep. It is the subtle, almost unnoticeable upgrading of your entire life. It happens so slowly you do not even realize you're doing it. You get a raise, and suddenly, that perfectly reliable 5-year-old car feels a little too old. You get a promotion, and suddenly, cooking dinner feels like something people with less important jobs do, so you order delivery again. You make a little more. So you move into an apartment with stainless steel appliances and a gym you never use. Every single extra dollar you earn gets swallowed by a slightly more expensive version of your life. And the worst part? You are not actually any happier. You are just spending more money to maintain a baseline of comfort that you used to maintain for half the price. But there is a way out. There is a way to take your paycheck back. Today, we are going to talk about something nobody on the internet wants to talk about. We are not talking about side hustles. We are not talking about crypto. We are not talking about getting rich quick. We are talking about reversing lifestyle creep. We are talking about executing a strategic, intentional downgrade of your life. Bringing your expenses back to where they were 3 years ago, without sacrificing a single ounce of your happiness. If you can master this, if you can learn to live on your 3-year-ago budget while keeping your current income, you will build wealth faster than you ever thought possible. So, let us break down the exact, step-by-step blueprint to downgrade your life and upgrade your wealth. The first step is understanding the psychology of the downgrade. Society has trained us to believe that moving backward in our material possessions is a personal failure. If you sell a nice car and buy an older one, people assume you are broke. If you move from a luxury apartment to a basic one, people assume you lost your job. We are trapped in a cultural narrative that says success only moves in one direction. More, bigger, newer, shinier. But true wealth is not about what you drive or where you live. True wealth is the gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is your freedom. That gap is your sleep at night. That gap is your ability to walk away from a toxic boss. When you allow lifestyle creep to consume your raises, you are trading your freedom for slightly nicer furniture. You have to reframe the narrative in your own mind. You are not downgrading. You are executing a strategic financial retreat. You are pulling back your resources from useless consumer traps so you can deploy them into investments that will actually buy your freedom. Once you understand that, the rest is just math. So let us get into the math. Step 1 of this process is the 3-year time travel audit. I want you to pull up your bank and credit card statements from exactly 3 years ago. Look at what you were spending on a normal Tuesday. Look at your grocery bill. Look at your rent. Look at your car payment. Now, pull up last month's statements and compare them side by side. You are going to find what I call the silent upgrades. 3 years ago, you might have been perfectly happy buying standard groceries at a normal supermarket. Today, maybe you are buying organic everything at a premium health food store. 3 years ago, you might have made your own coffee. Today, maybe you have a daily $5 habit at the local cafe. 3 years ago, you might have cleaned your own house. Today, maybe you pay someone else to do it. I am not saying these things are bad. I am saying they are choices. And you need to ask yourself a very difficult question. Is this specific upgrade actually bringing me deep, lasting happiness? Or did I just start doing it because I had the money, and now it is just a habit? Most of the time, it is just a habit. You have adapted to the new baseline. The thrill of the premium groceries or the nice car wore off months ago. But the bill comes every single month. Identify those silent upgrades. Write them down. Because these are your first targets. Step 2 is slashing the big 3. Housing, transportation, and food. If you want to reverse lifestyle creep, you cannot just cut out Netflix and stop buying lattes. That is not enough to move the needle. You have to go after the structural expenses. Let us start with transportation. The average monthly payment on a new vehicle right now is over $700. That is over $8,000 a year, just for the privilege of driving a car that is actively losing value every second it sits in your driveway. 3 years ago, what were you driving? Did you upgrade your car just because you got a new job? If you are currently making a massive payment on a depreciating asset, I want you to consider doing something radical. Sell it. Yes, actually sell it. Take the equity or pay the difference if you are slightly underwater and go buy a reliable 5 to 7-year-old Toyota or Honda. Buy a car that has already absorbed the worst of its depreciation. A car that gets you from point A to point B exactly the same way a luxury SUV does, but without robbing your future self of hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost investment potential. The journey in a modest, paid-off car arrives at the exact same destination as the journey in a financed luxury vehicle. The only difference is that one driver arrives building wealth, and the other arrives destroying it. Next, let us talk about food, specifically the convenience tax. As our incomes go up, our willingness to do basic tasks goes down. We start buying time, but we often buy time at a catastrophic premium. Look at your food delivery apps, DoorDash, Uber Eats, whatever you use. You are not just paying for food, you are paying a service fee, a delivery fee, a driver tip, and an inflated menu price. A $15 meal quickly becomes $30. If you do that 3 times a week, you are bleeding thousands of dollars a year purely for the convenience of not driving 10 minutes to pick it up yourself. Reversing lifestyle creep means relearning how to feed yourself without a middleman. It means going back to the grocery store. It means batch cooking on Sundays. It means having 4 or 5 staple meals that you rotate through the week so you do not suffer from decision fatigue. When you cook at home, you control the ingredients, you control your health, and you keep your money. The third of the big 3 is housing. This one is harder to change overnight, but it is the most impactful. Did you move into a larger house or a fancier apartment simply because you could afford the monthly payment? Are you paying for an extra bedroom that just holds boxes? Are you paying a premium for a zip code just to impress people who do not actually care about you? If your housing costs are eating up more than 30% of your take-home pay, you are in a financial prison. You just have nice curtains. When your lease is up, seriously consider downsizing. Move to a slightly older building. Move 10 minutes further away from the trendy downtown area. You will adjust to the new space in 2 weeks. But the extra $1,000 a month you save, that will change your life forever. Now, let us move to step 3, the subscription and convenience purge. The modern economy is entirely designed to separate you from your money with zero friction. One-click buying, auto-renewing subscriptions, saved credit card information, They want spending money to be as easy as breathing. Because when spending is painless, you spend more. To reverse lifestyle creep, you have to aggressively reintroduce friction into your financial life. Go into your phone right now and cancel every single subscription, all of them. Streaming services, software you do not use, gym memberships you ignore, premium app features. Cancel it all. If you truly miss one of them after 2 weeks, you can sign up again. But I promise you, you will not miss most of them. Next, delete your saved credit card information from Amazon, from your phone, from your web browser. Make a rule that if you want to buy something online, you have to physically get up, walk to your wallet, pull out your card, and type the numbers in manually. That 30 seconds of friction is enough to kill most impulse purchases. You will realize that you do not actually need the item. You just wanted the dopamine hit of buying it. You have to break the addiction to mindless convenience. Which brings us to the hardest part of this entire process. Step 4. Navigating social pressure. When you start downgrading your life, people are going to notice. Your friends will notice you are not suggesting the expensive steakhouses anymore. Your co-workers will notice you brought your lunch in a glass container instead of ordering with the group. Your family might even ask if everything is okay, if you are struggling financially. This is the moment where most people give up. Human beings are hardwired to fit in with their tribe. We do not want to look weak. We do not want to look poor. So we spend money we do not have, to buy things we do not need, to impress people we do not even really like. You have to build an emotional shield against the opinions of broke people. And let me be clear, most of the people judging your frugal choices are secretly drowning in debt themselves. They are driving financed cars, living in mortgaged houses, swiping credit cards to pay for their vacations, and lying awake at night stressing about money. Do not take financial criticism from people you would not take financial advice from. When a friend asks why you are driving an older car, or why you do not want to go to the $100 brunch, you just tell them the truth. You look them in the eye and say, I am focusing on aggressive wealth building right now. I am keeping my overhead low so I can invest. Watch how they react. Most people will actually respect it. Some might even ask you how you are doing it. You have to find your identity in your net worth, not in your material possessions. There is a quiet, powerful confidence that comes from knowing you have a massive gap between your income and your expenses. When you know you could lose your job tomorrow and be perfectly fine for a year, you walk differently. You talk differently. You stop caring if the valet judges your 10-year-old sedan, because you know your investment portfolio is bigger than his mortgage. That is the peace that comes from reversing lifestyle creep. It is not about living a miserable, deprived life. It is about intentionally choosing what matters to you and ruthlessly cutting out what does not. If you love travel, keep the travel budget, but fund it by driving an older car and making your own coffee. If you love fine dining, keep going to nice restaurants, but fund it by living in a more modest apartment. You can afford anything, but you cannot afford everything. Lifestyle creep happens when you try to have the best of everything all at once, just because your paycheck got a little bigger. So, I challenge you today. Look at your life. Look at your spending. Where have you allowed convenience and ego to inflate your expenses? What is one thing, just one thing, that you can downgrade this week? Can you cancel the premium cable package? Can you sell the expensive car? Can you commit to making dinner at home 5 nights a week? Take the money you saved from that single downgrade and set up an automatic transfer to your investment account. Do not leave the saved money in your checking account, because you will just spend it on something else. Treat your investments like a bill. Pay your future self first. As you start rolling back the clock on your lifestyle, while maintaining or growing your current income, you are going to see your savings rate explode. You are going to watch your net worth climb faster than you ever thought possible. You will stop working for your money, and your money will finally start working for you. The path to true financial independence is not glamorous. It is boring. It requires discipline. It requires saying no when everyone else is saying yes. But the reward is absolute freedom. And freedom is the ultimate luxury. Thank you for watching The Wealthy Retriever. If this video shifted your perspective, hit the subscribe button. We are building a community of people who care more about actual wealth than looking wealthy on social media. And I want to hear from you. Go down to the comments right now and tell me one expense, one lifestyle creep habit that you are going to downgrade today. Let's hold each other accountable. I will see you in the next video. Keep building, keep saving, and stay wealthy.